8 things that hurt highly sensitive person deeply. Do you shed tears while watching the latest K-pop drama? Do you get overwhelmed when you are in a crowded place? Or do you sense what your friends feels right now only by hearing the change of their voice? Maybe you or someone you know is an highly sensitive person or an HSP. They are able to absorb and see subtle things around them, but they also have this kind of vulnerability to be hurt deeply. Here are some of it. 1. Harsh words or verbal bullying. HSP are very sensitive to violence. They process the event and try to find the cause of the violence and question, why is it happening? They also feel compassion for the victims of violence. Violence is not only physical, but also verbal, such as mockery, threat, or coercion. When someone does this to a person who is highly sensitive, it will hurt them deeply, especially when the subject who is doing it is someone they love. For instance, violent parenting they experienced in the past will bring trauma into adulthood. They tend to think, what am I doing wrong? And think that their parents hate them because of what they are. This deep experience will stay inside them and make them more vulnerable when they meet with similar situations. 2. People don't understand when they need time alone. A highly sensitive person needs time for themselves to process, recharge, and gain the energy they lost during the day. Their nervous systems are easily overloaded by external stimuli, which it seems normal for regular people. If you have a couple who are an HSP, they can get frustrated when you are not giving time for them to take time with themselves. It doesn't mean that they don't care about you or they are so selfish and always demanding time alone. Actually, they need it to process and recharge. What do you do when someone you know asks you to don't disturb them? What is your reaction when your couple return home from their work and immediately take a shower? Your reaction and understanding really matters for them. 3. When someone being dishonest to them. One of highly sensitive person advantages is that they can see through the subtle things where others can't, and that's including when they found someone being dishonest with them. They have a strong sensory perception and intuition to know whether or not someone is playing with them. So, if you want to approach someone who is highly sensitive, you must be your true self and be genuine. They also will appreciate you if you don't cover your own feelings. They are a good listener, and when you tell them how you are feeling right now, they will feel appreciated. 4. Violence. Violence is one of the things that can hurt someone who is highly sensitive quite deep. Any news, movies, and especially when they see it through their own eyes, the violence will be memorable and be buried inside them. When they see other living beings are hurt, they will feel like they are the victims. Have you ever played back the gory or bloody scene that you have watched inside your head? You can't stop thinking about it and asking about why those scenes must happen. The scene's impact are quite strong to make you think how dangerous the world is we are living in. Try to remember if violence feels annoying to you. 5. Someone disregard their high sensitivity. Someone who is highly sensitive can literally, and it means literally, feel others' pain. If it is physical pain or emotional pain from others, they can feel it like their own. You must be careful when you see someone you know who easily cried by only seeing others' pain or by listening to other stories. They can make other stories like their own life stories. When you disregard their sensitivity, they will think that you can't accept them as they are. One thing you must remember is, they know really well that sometimes they can be difficult to deal with. They are aware of the situation and possibly about what others may think about them, but it's their nature. It's their uniqueness. 6. People see them as uncool person. HSP can still socialize and make connections with others, but they will be overwhelmed if they meet complicated social demands. This trait can bring misunderstanding from others. People may see them as a person who can't socialize and not cool to hang out with. They didn't mean to make others think that they are not cool enough. They just being themselves. Do you have friends or someone you know that are not comfortable with hanging out or going out to parties? Or is it you who are uncomfortable with social demands or activities? 7. Being criticized. By becoming a highly sensitive person, it means that they are a natural people pleaser. But when they must face critics, those critics can make a big impact on them because they tend to process and fully experience all the words that are given to them. Those words are processed in a really personal way. When you have employees that are highly sensitive, try to criticize them in such a manner or with one-by-one talks. 8. Someone wants to change them. Every person is unique, and so does highly sensitive person. That includes 20% of the total population of this world. You must remember that no one can change another character and nature like some kind of machine with a switch on or off to control it. If you want to change them, it will be a never-ending journey and a futile effort. The more you force it, the more they will feel hurt and unacceptable by you. Ask this question first before you want to change HSP. Will you change the way you are right now and just obey others blindly only because other people told you so? There are things that can hurt a highly sensitive person deeply. It can come from what others say, do, or from what their sensory perception of the stimuli. Do you feel these things are hurting you? Or do you know someone who is easily hurt after experiencing some of these things? Tell us your experience in the comment. Like and share the videos to your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.